Hello and welcome to Afro Coders Hub. Today, we'll be covering Introduction to Python. If you're new to programming or to Python, you're at the right place. Today, we'll be covering the basics of variables, data types, and operators in Python. Python is a unique language known for its simplicity and readability, making it an excellent choice for beginners. By the end of this video, you will have a solid understanding of these fundamental concepts. You will be ready to write your first Python program. So, let's dive in. First, let's talk about variables. In Python, variables are used to store the data that can be used for later in your program. You can think of variable as a container that holds information. One thing that makes Python unique is its dynamic typing. This means you don't have to declare the type of variable. Python will figure it out based on its value you assign. So let's go ahead and see a simple example of variable assignments. So I'll open PyCharm. If you have PyCharm, go ahead and open that. If you don't have it, install it. But also, if you have Visual Studio Code, you could install an extension that uses Python. So, in this example, we have four variables. X holds an integer, and Y holds a float. And also, the name string holds a string. And isStudent holds a Boolean value. But remember, when you write isStudent, if the true or the false, the first letter, like T and F, should be capital. Otherwise, it will give you an error. So, Python simplicity and ease of use allows you to write clean and readable code with minimum effort. Next, let's look at some of the common data types. In Python, Python versatility allows you to handle a variety of data types seamlessly. Next, let's look at some of the common data types in Python. Python's versatility allows it to handle a variety of data types seamlessly. The first one is integers. Integers are whole numbers, positive or negative, without decimal points. And floats are numbers with decimals. Strings are sequences of characters enclosed in quotes. Python's string handling capabilities are very robust and friendly. Booleans represent one of the two values, either true or false. Python syntax for Boolean is straightforward, which is great for beginners. The fifth one is lists. Lists are used to store multiple items and single variables. Python list type is flexible and powerful, allowing it for easy manipulation of data. Now, let's see some of these data types in action. For integer, like we've did before, but this time let's give it an A, equals to 10. And for floats, an example would be like we did back then, give it a B, 4.5. For a string, let's give it a first name, last name, and a full name. mark. Okay, right here for full name, we will use concatenation. Right, first name plus, give it a space, and last name. Alright, and for Boolean, let's give it is adult. Adult will do. Sure. Okay. And for list, this one is a bit unique. Colors. We will see how to use each of the variables we have assigned. Like I said before, list is multiple items in a single variable. So let's give it colors and let's give it red. Green. And black. How to use it? You just write print. And here we have the characters. But since it's a list here, like an array, we have to give it its element. Which one? First one, start from 0 as an array. So if we want this, we're supposed to get red. Let's go ahead and see. As you can see, we have red over there. So, as you can see, Python allows you to easily work with different data types. You can also combine string with using plus the concatenation mark over here, and operators and access list items using their index, like we did. We used 0 to access the index. Python's flexibility and readability are what makes it such a popular choice for both beginners and experienced developers. Now that we've covered variables and data types, let's move on to operators. Operators are symbols that perform operation on variables and values. Let's start with arithmetic operations. Python's straightforward syntax for operations makes mathematics operations intuitive. So let's go ahead and see an example of all the arithmetic operations, like most of the arithmetic operations performed in Python. Okay. So we viewed A and B here. Let's change that to 4. B to 4. Okay. And let's go ahead and for add, for the variable add, let's give it the A plus B. Next one is subtraction. Let's copy one of them. I think we'll be covering add, subtract, multiply, divide, modulus, exponential. Okay, so multiply, we use this symbol. Dividing, we use this symbol. For modulus, we use this symbol. For exponential, we use 2 symbols that we used for the multiplication. Okay, let's go ahead and print the output. But, oh, my bad. I should have put this in a quote. Okay, and comma, then I print out at, should get red and 14, yeah. Go ahead and print out all of them. 3, 4, 5, 6. Instead of addition, have division for div. Modulus. Exponential. So it's again. Okay. Let's go ahead and print it out. So this is all the values. Alright. These are the basic arithmetic operation you can perform in Python. The addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, and exponentiation. Python operations are designed to be easy to understand and to use. Next, let's look at the comparison operators. These operators compares two values and return a Boolean result. Let's go ahead and see a simple example as we did before for the rest. This time we'll be comparing two operators. We have A and B from before. Let's go ahead and print if they're equal. Okay, so print. Oh my bad. Keep on forgetting you have to put it in a quotation mark. Equal to and whether A and let's see the output. It's supposed to give us a Boolean value, so it's false. It's not equal to. A is not equal to B. Because A is 10 and B is 4. Like we've seen before. And to see if it's not equal, that's what we're going to do. We'll see all the comparison operators for two variables or values. Not equal to. For not, we use the This time it's supposed to give us true. Yeah, it's true. A is not equal to B. But B though is greater than or less than. Okay. So whether A is greater than we'll get the following results. If it's great, yeah, A is greater than 3, but less than is false. We'll have um, the Boolean result as you see below. And greater than or equal to or less than or equal to. Let's copy this. We just add equal, the equal sign. That's it. It's supposed to be false, false. It is greater than, but yeah, for less than or equal to we get false, but for greater than or equal to we get true. So because it's greater than it. All right. The comparison operations include the equal to operation. This one over here, the double equal to sign, and not equal to. We have that sign and equals to. For greater than, the obvious greater than sign, and also for less than, these are the signs that we use. These operators are useful for making decisions in your code. Python comparison operators are intuitive and easy to use, which helps us in writing a clear and concise code. Okay, so finally, let's discuss logical operators. These logical operators are used to combine conditional statements. Python logical operators are straightforward and help in creating complex conditions effortlessly. So, logical operators. Let's go ahead and see a simple example for uh, logical operators. Let's give it to variables. Let's comment this. Okay. X is equals to true. Okay, let's go ahead and print out the. We have about four. The ones we're going to use right now are the four major logical operators and, or, and not. That's what we're going to see for this video. So, print. or for not just one symbol. What? Why? X. Okay. Let's go ahead and print this out. So we have false for both true and false. Those and the end product for these two logical operators will be false, or will be true, and not will be false. The exact opposite of the x value. X is true, so the not will be false. Logical operators include and, or, and not. They are used to combine multiple Boolean expression for this example, and return the true if the statement are true, or false if it or return true if at least one statement is true and not reverse the Boolean value. Python logical operators make it easy to manage complex logical conditions. So, to wrap it up, let's put everything we have learned in a practical exercise. We'll create a simple program that takes user input and performs some operation. Python's simplicity makes it ideal for writing interactive programs like this one. So let's go ahead and try to make a simple BMI testing, like BMI result telling program. So let's get to it. So first off, let's give it name as input. Insert your name. Age is input. Again. But it's an integer, so let's go ahead and, if you want, over here. That's it. And for height, gonna be float. Input. Let's go ahead and say enter. Your height. And meter. So that's it. And let's have a Boolean statement, whether they're an adult or not. So let it compare with the age to make sure. So we're using the comparison operators over here. 18. So we can see the operators clearly. And BMI, let it round the number, so let's write round. let's give the for this example the weight to 70 kilograms, but we could have assigned it to the variables on top. But let's just continue on this one. Since we're going to use height, you could get the concept from that. And sorry, use the exponential symbol over there. Okay. And round the number to the second value. Round it to 2. Okay. So let it print out. Mm-hmm. Also, and test whether you're an adult or not. So you are a curly brace. We would enter. Mm-hmm. And if else is not an adult. So let's hit this quotation. Not an adult. Okay. I'll close the curly bracket here. Dot. Okay. And the BMI final result. Your BMI is oh, should put this in a quotation mark. So before we go ahead and run this line of code, we have to write F in front of the, like before the actual string operator is run over here, as we have included all the elements over here as string. We have to distinguish the actual string to be outputted just as it is. Also the variables that we use f in front of it. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this. Age 30. 1.5. So as we see, hello John, you are an adult. We're supposed to give it a space here. Yeah. You are an adult and your BMI is 31.11. So, in this exercise, we have taken the username, age, and height as input, determining if they are an adult and calculating their BMI. This program uses variable, data type, and operator to perform these tasks. Python's easy-to-read syntax and powerful standard library makes such a task straightforward. So, this is it for today. I hope you found this introduction to Python variable, data types, and operation helpful. If you have enjoyed this video or if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more programming tutorials. If you have any questions or topics you would like us to cover, leave a comment below. Thank you for watching and happy coding.